1360 WNJC, Philadelphia, worldwide at OneWrestlingRadio.com. We have the ninth wonder of the world, Chyna, right here with us today, Legends of the Ring in Monroe, New Jersey. And Chyna, I have a feeling that we might be seeing a lot more of you.
Woohoo!
Maybe.
Well, today Wrestling Marks brought me out here to this beautiful event, which went very well.
Best fans you've ever seen in your entire life.
Fantastic fans. I got to see some old faces that I haven't seen in a long time. They look great. It's good to see the boys again.
You like getting out in front of the people, and I know it's a reunion for you guys, guys and girls. Mm-hmm. My microphone stand is failing me here. But do you like getting out in front of the fans and getting to meet the people that kind of helped to make you famous?
Yeah, of course.
Now, you are different from a lot of people here, and I saw the line around the line was around the hotel, probably the most popular ticket in the building, and different from a lot of people because you've crossed over to the mainstream. You did what a lot of the females in professional wrestling struggle with. I mean, we've seen Trish tried to do it, Stacy tried to do it, Stacy Keebler, not Carter, tried to get into the mainstream, but you accomplished that.
Well, look, I've been out aside from when I was also working with WWF, WWE. Mm-hmm. I was pounding the pavement then outside of my wrestling, and then for the last 12 years, it's if you look at anybody who's in mainstream, or that's a wrestler, it usually doesn't happen overnight, and as an actress, you have to constantly pound the pavement, always, till your next gig. That's how it goes. So it's a lot of work and it's a lot of dedication.
I guess the payoffs are good, but... And my microphone stand is failing me again. This is 3 hours on the air, and then we got another 3 to do at Snooker's birthday party.
Yeah, it's going to be a long day.
No, you're right. It's got to be such a tough thing because you're always fighting for that role, and there's hundreds of actors that are fighting right there with you.
Right, 100 great actors.
Right.
So yeah, most definitely. But I looking back on it, I'm really proud. I forget that sometimes until I hear it.
Right.
But I've been out there a long time, and I'm surviving pretty well out there.
Doing well. And so, are you excited? So, there's a rumor that you might be back on TV. So we'll leave that as a rumor for now. But are you excited if that rumor comes true? Are you excited to get back on TV in front of the wrestling fans?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that rumor is true to a certain extent. I have not signed with anybody.
Right. But you're looking to make an impact somewhere.
Absolutely. I'm hoping so. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking in my head. Yeah.
There's total nonstop action all around the world,
Of course.
And you're going to make an impact.
Can I ask you what piqued your interest in getting back in if this rumor is led to be true?
I got a call from Vince Russo.
Okay.
And I love Vince.
Joni, how are you? How are you doing, doll?
And he's probably one. I mean, I'd be happy to hear from anybody, but because it was him, it was a very special phone call.
Okay.
And I was actually waiting to hear back from to see if I got a part or something, and I picked up the phone in my business mode, and it was like, no time had passed in between. I heard his voice, and it was really, really happy. So, of course, he said, would you be interested? And I said, yeah, of course I would. Nobody's ever asked before.
The best times of D-Generation X were not even with Hunter and Sean. It was when you were together with Hunter and the New Age Outlaws and Sean Waltman. I mean, that was the most entertaining period in professional wrestling, that late 90s, early 2000s run, and you were such a big part of that.
Well, Billy, he's been such a good friend to me from the very beginning, and I also think working with him was one of my favorite times because he was always really proud of me and very excited and just all for me, and I just really love him.
Very good.
He looks amazing, by the way.
Now,
I'd love to do some tag team with him.
There you go.
Yeah,
Billy Gunn's still in tremendous shape and still wrestles in the indies all around the.
He looks amazing.
Yeah,
amazing. Fantastic
shape. And that's saying something because a lot of guys when they get out of it they don't always keep up with themselves.
I know he looks better, which was pretty hard to do then. But we used to train together, and like I said, when we did tags, I think that that's something that I thought about. Like when I first saw him, I said, I haven't gotten any tag belts, so maybe I could.
It's one on the
going
list.
Big.
Maybe
one on the list.
Yeah,
Maybe
it's on my list.
Now you crossed over. You wrestled the men. You had your famous match with Jeff Jarrett, that Intercontinental title feud.
Well, you know how that started, and I don't know if people know this. I really didn't know anything about wrestling except that my brother was into it, and he used to wrestle in our dog kennel in the back and have cage matches with his friends from the neighborhood.
Okay.
And so I knew some of the names, and of course, like Hulk Hogan's and like
Brother.
of course. This was when all the Van Damme movies were coming out, and Corey Everson was really big, and they had some mixed martial arts movies with the girls in them, secret agent stuff.
Right.
And so when I was quote unquote discovered, it was to play a role of the bodyguard. You know what I mean? So. I was like, "Ooh, this is so cool." I didn't really even think about the wrestling part of it. So it was a character role for me.
And then
that's
you
how
kind
it
of grew
started.
into it.
So when I told Vince, I said, "Yeah, I'm going to wrestle the guys." And everybody went, "What? She's going to what?" And I was like, "What do you mean, what?" And that's how it started.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that kind of got you went, that took you to the next step, the next level.
And that happened in Japan too. I didn't realize what I was going to be doing with submission fighting, and I got really nervous, and I went over to Japan, and there was all kinds of media, and I started calling out the top guys right away.
That's the way to do it.
She has no fear.
That's the way to do it.
Oh yeah, well, when I realized what I'd done, it was quite an experience.
All right, now, Chyna, I have to ask you, you've overcome a lot of personal demons, and so has Sean Waltman in DX, and, we're kind of seeing Scott Hall in some trouble right now. And, are you close with Scott at all? I know you're friends with some of those guys.
And, my demons the demon was Sean Waltman. Okay, so moving on.
Enough said. Said.
I'm happy to be, healthy and happy and,
and you're looking great.
With good people around me in my life, yeah.
No, that's awesome. Looking great, and great to have you at Legends of the Ring,
Thank
Monroe,
you.
New Jersey. And so what's next? So we might see you on TV next, and I'm sure maybe you're catching a flight down south.
I'm hoping so. There's a reality show that I'm very interested in.
Tell us.
I just did a movie called White Tea. And I'm going to do some Playboy TV coming up, and I'm hoping to make that impact.
She's going to
There you go.
nonstop action. She wants to make an impact.
There you go.
No, and Chyna, is there a website that your fans can check out your work on?
Well, one of my best friends, Daniel from Ireland, he has a fan site, alivingwonder.com.
Okay.
But other than that, I really don't do anything officially myself, but I've had some great fans put some wonderful stuff out there, so I tend to check it out myself. You have to let me know, okay?
All right. There we go. All right. The ninth wonder of the world, Chyna. So happy to have you on One Wrestling Radio.
Thank
I know
you.
Wonderful Willie says hi. He came by 3 times, interrupted your line that went around the
Yes,
corner.
yes.
So, Bill After will pass along the best from him as well. Sorry that he couldn't be there. He's on his way to Jimmy Snuka's birthday party.
So I hear this is going to be some event, and you guys are broadcasting from the party.
We're broadcasting from the party.
Oh,
Actually,
I love it. That's going to be good.
It
Wake
is.
up.
It's
Wake
gonna be
up
a lot of
now,
fun.
okay?
Oh,
Let's
please.
go.
Chyna just bought a ticket, but she's going to be in disguise. So. One Wrestling Radio, heard worldwide, OneWrestlingRadio.com, 1360 WNJC Philadelphia. We will be right back to wrap this up from Legends of the Ring in Monroe, New Jersey. And Chyna, thank you very much for being a part of this. All right, there we go. We'll be right back.